What's going on, good people? What's going on? How y'all living? How y'all living? All right, cool. I was just trying to do some stuff back here in the background and get everything squared away. It's been one of them weeks, y'all. It has been one of them weeks, but it's all good. It's all good. We here on a Thursday, and we gonna get into it and talk about spring is here. So spring is here, and we just want to see where y'all are at in the lawn. Um, who we got in the chat? Y'all tune in. Let me know who we got in the chat, and let us know. Make sure you can hear us loud and clear. And we're gonna talk about what we've got going on right now in the lawn, and I can finally say, even though this week doesn't feel like it's spring, so we're gonna go ahead and do the weather talk. Even though it does not feel like spring this week, it has been put your coat back on kind of weather. It's been sunny though. It's really been sunny. We have not had any rain. We have not had significant rainfall since I think it rained last Saturday. I think it rained last Saturday. Um, it might have been Friday. It was either last Friday. I think it might have been Friday. That we got some good rain then. Turned back cold this week. So it has definitely been it's definitely been cold this week. Waking up temps in the low 40s as we've been coming in most of this week. Highs in maybe the mid 50, well, mid to upper 50s, hitting maybe 60. So breezy. But one thing that I am starting to realize is we're supposed to get into some warmer temps, like low 80s, mid 80s next Wednesday, Thursday. Kind of looking at the weather forecast. So I am, and it'll be at that point it'll be almost 2 weeks since we've had measurable rainfall. Right before we get into some of that heat. So and I say heat, not like summertime heat, but it's gonna warm up and be in the 80s for a couple of days. So I am thinking about having my irrigation prepped and ready, and actually running a irrigation cycle like that Wednesday of next week. So thinking about considering getting some water on it because it'll be been about 2 weeks since we've had some good rain. So uh, that's one of the things that I'm definitely thinking about doing from a weather and preparation standpoint. Getting some water on it if the lawn start to look like it may need a little something else, just to make sure uh, it keeps ticking along, because it's looking good right now. It's looking good. Still waking up a little bit. Still waking up a little bit. Not fully awake just yet. Still got a couple of areas where I can see that is still waking up, but for the most part, we're up and going, and I'm glad to be back out mowing. I'm actually bumping it up to two mows a week this week, and that's the telltale sign that spring is here, and we're off and growing. So I'm a I'm gonna go ahead. Ohio in the house. It's a sorry for the good weather. Outside making memories with the fam. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So weather talk. We got that covered. Um, I'm gonna see. I think we got turf ready in the background, and we're gonna go ahead and bring my guy in. Let me make sure I bring your volume.
That's bright.
Yeah, that's
That's
real bright.
bright. Let
That's
me
real
see if
bright.
I can. Let me see if I can shift some stuff down. Let me see. Let me see if I can make some adjustments. Look, I came in hot, people. I came in hot, and I came in. It's probably the white shirt. It's probably like the reflection
Deflection. Yeah.
of the of the white shirt. We gonna rock with it though. It's all good.
Yeah.
Y'all are here for the information, not for the looks,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not for
Yeah.
not for the twisted cane in the background.
Oh
Nobody
yeah,
cares
oh
about that.
yeah. I
Just
ain't
literally,
even talked about
no
the
one
new
cares.
setup yet. Oh, it
No,
is
no one can.
it is
No one cares about that.
it is framed up like right in the right place. That was not
Yeah,
planned.
yeah,
That
just
was
right.
not planned either.
I see. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. I
Nobody,
mean, yeah. I mean,
nobody cares.
yeah. I
Nobody
mean,
cares. Nobody cares.
um, but as y'all can see, like I am in a new location, so I am actually in my basement right now. I have been booted from the main level of the house. We are doing a renovation right now, so we're renovating. This is actually going to be my new uh, streaming and editing, and this is where my new location is going to be at. So I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with background setup. I actually have more space back here, so I'm gonna probably do some panel. I've actually got a good barn door that I might put over there and cover up that one, and then or I might shoot into the corner.
That's better.
So yeah, I'm gonna be working on my setup, so I actually got more
Yeah.
background space that I can work with. But we wanted to bring y'all the information tonight, so we brought it to you just how it is, like
Just
that,
how they raw.
just how it is. um,
Hey Cam, you know what I love about the green industry?
what's that?
It's not a lot. It's not a lot of egos. You would think
Yeah.
that there would be a lot of egos in this industry, and I say
Mm-hmm.
this coming off like the cuff of the newbie in the industry in my area, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was going to have so much more friction growing my business, but I would like to just like give the green industry a
That's what's
nice
up.
strong pound because that is not what it's like at all. At least here in my area.
Yeah.
Everyone wants
Yeah.
to help each other. There's so much work that not one company can do it all by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people that's looking to extend their hand and help, just like we're here to help y'all here in the community. So I'm like super grateful for that. And yeah, it's just something that I'm not used to experiencing. Like
Yeah.
genuine people that just want to just help each other. You know
And
what I
that's a
mean?
good
Like
thing.
that.
That's a good thing.
It's pretty dope. Yeah, it's dope.
And I'll say you also in the South.
Yeah, and I'm also in the South.
And you
So,
also in the South.
come on home, Cam. Come on
Yeah,
home, baby.
you're also in the South. You're also in the
Yeah,
South.
quality of life.
Yeah, so you get a little bit more of that hospitality, a little bit more of
Of
that
course.
want to extend a hand to your fellow man,
Yeah.
to make sure, hey, if you good, he's good, and we all good, like that.
Especially when they know you're a veteran. Well, as soon as you tell them you're a veteran, it's just like
Yeah,
all the doors they
yeah.
just come wide open, kick them open.
What's up,
So
Chuck? What's happening?
yeah,
But yeah, Turf, I got him in. Ran a little bit of weather talk. But I think your weather's not as cold as mine, but you took a temperature dip this week, also experiencing
yeah,
some cooler temps than what we were having last week, where it felt like full on spring, and then we kind of took a little bit of temperature dip on there, and we're dry. Like we're good right now. We got some good rain last week, but we're
hmm
not getting any rain this week, and no rain in sight next week either. And we're supposed to jump into like the low 80s, mid 80s, uh, towards the latter part of next week, where I'm thinking about running a irrigation cycle, uh, probably like that probably like next Thursday ish, and just at that point it'd have been about a little over 2 weeks since it's had any water on it if the weather forecast hold.
yeah. Y'all see me smiling because Cam is
Yep.
he's known for he will put his lawn on the drip, like a slow, steady drip, and
And
it's not
and you
because he's cheap. It's
And
not
you
about a
said
cheap
that,
thing.
and you said that,
It's
and
just
I was
like
like, you know what? I'm gonna not do that this year. I'm gonna not do that this year.
for me to hear that he's about to turn his sprinklers on before Mother's Day. That's a
Right.
big deal. That's a big deal.
Right.
That's a big deal. We were in a drought. I mean, we're technically still in a drought. We did get some measurable rain. We probably got about 3/4 of an inch of rain last weekend throughout the like 3 days, of course, of it raining. But it had been almost 3 weeks since we got any rain. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that we're out of the drought
Mm-hmm.
because when I look at the 10-day forecast, we only probably have another 1/4 inch coming. It is not April showers here in Florence, South Carolina. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not. Doesn't look that way, and it's actually set me back when it comes to. I got a few lawns that need to be aerated. They actually need to be mechanically aerated, scalped, and top dressed, but I can't do it because the growth is too slow right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just not where it needs to be before I beach it, because I could end up setting it back as far as its
Mm-hmm.
normal waking up growing period. And with us, and it's not necessarily the day temperatures only being about 60, 70. It's the night temps that's killing us. Like, I think my average soil temps right now in the area is barely 60 degrees.
Mm.
So and with that, what's odd? It's like I'm getting soil temps that are barely 60 degrees, but we have gotten enough moisture to where I've got enough moisture, but not enough heat to where I'm seeing crabgrass or Dallas grass, but I've got enough moisture and heat to where I'm seeing nutsedge, which is weird. It's just a weird thing. Like, I went to this one of my commercial properties, and their landscape bed is filled with nutsedge. They're just like, "Oh, can you take care of this?" I was like, "Yeah, I can. I gotta spray it to take care of it, or I can just chop it down." But you know,
Yeah.
it's just an odd thing to kind of see those things happen in the cycles that they're happening. I had to tell probably about 3 or 4 different clients, like, hey, they're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to water their lawns. I don't even have to tell my clients the lawn. They're excited, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've educated them and told them what the season's supposed to look like. I've told them how much water you're supposed to be getting down the week, and they're out there and they're watering them. Like, look, I know that you think that you're doing the right thing, but let's it's actually working against us right now because the soil
It's
temps
cooling.
are they're
Yeah.
so cool right
Yeah.
now. All you're doing is kicking up this worm activity. We got moles running rampant.
Yeah.
Like, chill. Maybe just get down a half an inch a week if you feel so inclined, or just leave it be. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, the grass is dormant. It's not dead. And if Mother Nature hasn't given us all the elements we need to properly wake it up, when you start putting water on it before Mother Nature has decided that it's going to wake it up, the thing is, you need to be consistent with that. So I
Mm-hmm.
told them, like, look, I'd rather you just save your money and put the water down when we really need it, when the temperatures start
Yeah,
kicking and the
because
growth
right now
really kicks on.
it really ain't pushing like that for growth and all of that.
Mm-mm.
So it's not really
No,
uptaking and consuming that much water right now.
no,
Like if
no,
it was full blown in growth mode where it was
absolutely.
consuming and using that water, then yeah, different story. But
Yeah.
right now, which is the same as why like typically I don't worry about putting a whole lot of water down at this point in the season, because we're in that up and down phase and in flux with the temperatures and stuff like that. So typically I don't really stress the water like that. But this year I said I'm gonna turn over a different leaf. I'm not gonna say a new leaf, a little different one, to where I'm gonna get a little bit down. I'm not gonna put it on the drip right all through the season. So
Right,
uh,
right, right, right.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
ahead and
that
get.
thing on the IV
Uh,
drip, boy. Can't be pushing that
but
joint,
mind you, it
dog.
ain't gonna be a whole lot of water. It's gonna get like a drink of. It's gonna get like a drink of water.
A little slurp. A little slurp. Take a
And-
slurp, keep it
yeah,
moving.
and that's gonna be it.
It's like
Don't.
you hit the water fountain in between periods.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But you also got everybody behind you, so you can't really stay.
you can't really get on it like you want to get on it. Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like yeah, yeah,
It's it's
100%.
it's gonna get a drink, and that is gonna be it. So with that, Big Red up there in the shy, he said they just got like over 2 inches of rain the other week, and expecting another inch this weekend. Yeah, we ain't got that kind of rain coming.
I
Um,
wish.
yeah, we ain't got that kind of rain coming.
I wish.
Um, because I need to get out there and get after the test plot. I need to get after my iron cutter. But I gotta clean some weeds up. them weeds got in there. They're more than what I want to pull at this point. So
In the
um,
Bermuda?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
Why? You didn't get a pre-emergent now?
nah,
Oh, okay.
nah.
Oh, yeah, because you just grown it in.
Yeah, yeah, nah.
Yeah, yeah, you just grown it in. It was
Yeah.
the first year
So
grow.
yeah, so which I was expecting some weeds and stuff to come in there. I was expecting to have to get out there and hit it pretty hard with some weed control of some sort, whether it was going to be manual or whether it was going to be me spraying it. So I think at this point
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to
Time
go
to
to I'm about to go to the store and get me some Celsius. I'm about
About to get some Celsius and make it
yeah,
rock.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
man.
grab me a couple of them little packets, cause I don't need
Get
like
you some
just
Celsius
yeah,
and a little bit of MSM.
yeah,
That'll really get it.
yeah.
That'll really get it going.
Cause
MSM is super cheap too. You can get a little tiny
okay. Oh
jug of
yeah,
that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You can get MSM in like probably like the little half-ounce bottle. It's dumb cheap, dog, and it goes so far.
yeah,
But it will smoke your cool season long. Do not
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little bit of rye that's popped up in there from last year from what it was
MSM.
before.
Yeah,
So
MSM. Just go ahead.
I might drop a
That
little bit in
yeah.
there with that Celsius then.
Yeah. Celsius MSM, that'll take care of it. You'll be
Yeah,
good to go.
get it
Yeah.
cleaned up, and then that way once we get into these warmer temperatures next week, all of that should really kick in. I want to kind of get it sprayed this weekend. Hopefully I can get it sprayed this weekend, and then I got travel early part of the week, and then we get into the warmer temps next week. So hopefully that following week, I should be able to get the iron cutters scalped down, get them dead weeds and stuff like. So it should already be working by that point, and then get everything scalped down. Put a little light top dressing on it, just to cover up knock down the low spots and stuff that's in there, just to get it filled in, and then
Mm-hmm.
she should. It should be time for it
Ready
to
to
really,
rock, baby.
because it's green, like it's definitely greening up. Like if I cut it back, like
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of green, like it's a lot of green in there, and throw some
it should be.
sand with some warmer temps. Like that's all it's
Right.
waiting for. It's just
Yeah.
it needs some heat. Like it just
Yeah.
needs some heat. That's
That's all
all
I've
it
been
needs.
waiting for. In about 7 days, we'll be done with these cooler nights. Our night average will be 60 degrees, 55 to 60 degrees. And I have not fed anything yet. I have not aerated yet, but right now I have the aerator and the spreader reserved for May 1st because I am willing it into existence. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're going for it. All of my full sun clients, the ones that have Bermuda and they're in full sun 90% of the days, I'm sending it on them. Like in 2 to 3 weeks, we should be there. We should be at 70 degrees soil temperatures, moving quickly. I have
I just looked at soil temps when you said that. I looked at ours. We are at 55-degree soil temps, bro.
exactly. See what I'm saying? And
And
you already went out with your first round of pre-emergence.
we are we are
And
at
it's like
55.
we are but we're at least 3 weeks behind from last year. You
We
know how I
went,
know?
we took a spike, and then we was like, shoo.
Dumped.
And
Dumped.
I looked at the chart. And that's exactly what it did. Like I was looking at the chart over here, and I was like, dang, we got up to like
Yeah.
70 something degree soil temp.
Yeah.
And then it said,
Yeah.
shoo,
Yeah.
right back down.
So we all got food, and I'm glad I went out. I just finished all my second rounds on pre-emergence for standing clients that I already had, and then clients that I picked up in the past 2 weeks. Um, all of them have gotten their first round of pre-emergence, and then the beautiful thing about the weather being so weird right now is like some people they think they're late, and I'm like, nah, actually you're on time because of what the weather is doing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I've had to explain to a few of my clients, like they're looking at their yard and they're like, yo, why is my yard still brown? And I'm looking at people's yard that's green. I was like, well, one, 90% of that is weeds. Two, the ones that aren't weeds, they're healthy and established. So they're waking up and they're
Mm-hmm.
greening up. You're seeing Zoysius green up, St. Augustine, super shade tolerant. You're seeing those wake up, but they have like 3 years worth of turf management on them.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not start to try to compare your yard to
Mm-hmm.
theirs. We
Mm-hmm.
need one by the end of the season. Your yard will look better than your neighbors. That I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, you got some work to do to get to where they are right now. So
Yeah.
it's just the way that the
Yeah.
weather is working this year.
And we talk about when it's time to make applications, right? It's not always by a calendar. And that's hard to tell people that are new to the long game, that are new as like
Mm-hmm.
when they want something scheduled and routine and they can say, even though I know people do it, no matter what, on this date I'm gonna go put down my pre-emergent.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, like, the lawn and the plant doesn't grow or respond to a calendar. It responds to weather and the conditions that are happening around it in the environment. So that's why a lot of the responses are, when do you do XYZ? Is it depends on what the weather is doing. Like it depends
100%.
on, like, you're gonna be looking for a temperature range. Typically that's what it is. Like, temperature drives fungicide applications. Like, it drives pre-emergence. It drives how quickly your post-emergent herbicides that you're putting down for your weed control is going to work. Like, so if you were out there putting down weed control at the beginning of this week or last weekend, and then we got those temperature dips, you might not be seeing a whole lot of action from that from that post emergent application, because the temperature dropped, which means those herbicides tend to work slower in those cooler temperatures. Now when the temperature warms back up, then you'll have it there and you'll see that response from that application start to pick up. So a lot of times that's why those things are very temperature dependent, and like when you put down stuff, when you do things in the lawn. So I know Turf said he hasn't fertilized yet. um, I have made a fertilizer application, so I went down with a tenth of a pound. And Turf's warm season, I'm dealing with cool season grass.
Exactly.
Like, we're like right now, I'll show some
You're
pictures
in your
here.
peak.
Yeah, I'll show some pictures here in a little bit. Like, we're green. Like, we're
Yeah,
we're
it's time
green.
to go.
We're green and growing right now. So I'm actually up in my mows to. I'm gonna mow it twice a week this week. Like, so I mowed
Sheesh.
yesterday. I mowed yesterday, and I'll probably get another mow in sometime this weekend, because the last time I went, I waited a full week for my second mow after I made the first one, and it was areas that got a little taller. It wasn't like crazy tall, but it was more than what I wanted to take off at one time. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'm getting some decent growth now. Like, so
Yeah.
I can bump it up, because I just like, when you get out there, one of the best thing that you can do is keep it maintained at a height of cut that is consistent, which means
Facts.
being out there, just being able to take a little bit off, just take a little bit off, which is why we say the frequency of mowing is so important. And I can tell how much my lawn is already thickening up and it's starting to tiller out and fill in as I've started cutting it. Like, just within the past week and a half, 2 weeks that I've been mowing it, like, there is a huge difference in it. So,
Can we switch things up tonight? Because it seems like we're just flowing
yep.
and we're having a good time. I just want
Yeah.
to jump in on some of these questions that we got in the chat, if you
Yeah,
don't
do it.
mind, Cam.
Which one you want to
All
do
right.
first?
All right. So William D. French,
Yep.
he's saying, I keep having scroll damage, no underground tunnels, but a lot of digging through my fescue. Any tips on how to get rid of them? Well, they're squirrels. Um, so I don't want Peter to come for it. So listen, you're noticing them now because for the first time in your adult life, you have paid attention to your lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a quality seed in there, even if it's just turf type tall fescue, hopefully you got the elite elevated lawnscape mix. You know, hopefully you got that Elm Street mix that has the Kentucky bluegrass in there. But without that, turf type
Mm-hmm.
tall fescue does a really good job of bunching and filling in gaps that are equal to squirrel damage. Meaning,
Yeah.
in about a month and a half, you're not even going to see
I
it.
see it. No.
You're not going
No.
to see it. It's driving you crazy right now
Because you're
because
looking at it and you're paying
you're
attention.
looking at
You're
it,
aware of it.
you're aware of it, you're paying attention to your lawn,
Yeah.
and you put so much into it, and you're like, yo, what are these squirrels? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Listen, they're gonna stop digging here in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that turf type tall fescue, even in the absence of Kentucky bluegrass,
Yeah.
it's gonna cover that up.
Yeah.
There's no sense
Dope.
of fretting about it. Just
It
you know,
happens. It happens to me every fall. It happens to me every spring. It happens to me year round. Like I've got like 4 or 5 huge oak trees in my backyard. So there's
yeah,
acorns
they get busy.
everywhere. Like there's
They get busy.
acorns everywhere. So they dig in my
Yeah.
lawn all the time.
And then
Like
wait when Cam shows you these pictures of his yard here in a
yeah,
minute.
yeah. Like
You're not gonna
don't
be able to tell.
don't worry about it. But
Don't worry about it.
again, another reason why I made the Elm Street Elite the mixture that it is, because I am doing a behind the scenes documentation of an area that was ate down to the snubs, near about to the crowns with from the rabbits, and to the point that some areas probably had almost baseball size bare spots. And I was like, boom, I started taking pictures about 2 weeks ago. And I'm gonna document it and continue to take pictures every time I mow it to show how much it fills in and how quickly it fills in. When I say it's areas that were the size of a baseball that were bare. Spoiler alert. It's already small. It's already smaller than that, and it's already filling in. So squirrel damage typically isn't that size. So you'll be fine. I know it's annoying because it annoys me every time I go out there and I see a little chunk of grass that they've done dug up and is sitting up on top. Sometimes I just take it, plug it back in the hole, but it'll be fine, especially with a quality seed. You'll be all right.
Bang. There you go. Hopefully
Uh,
we help you sleep better tonight.
people
I
people
think the
don't like
next one.
people don't like to hear that answer, but it really
Nah.
genuinely it will be all
You
right.
just
Like it will
let
be
it
all
ride.
right. Just
Let it
like
ride.
people worried
Let it
about
ride.
birds eating the seed when they seed it. Like it.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing for me. Like first year or
Yeah,
two, I'd be seeing them birds out there, be like, yo, they eating all the seed. I'm like, listen,
yeah.
do the math on how much seed you
How
just
many
sent out
seeds
there,
you are
bro.
putting out there, bro?
And to
Like
be honest, most of them birds are eating worms. You just think they're
yeah,
eating your seed. They're not
they're not even.
thriving off of grass seed. That is not their thing. I
Yeah,
promise you.
like it. I'm still getting them questions. I'm still getting them questions and them comments like, "Oh, the birds gonna eat all my seed. They're gonna eat them." Man, you will be like, it is.
Yeah.
That is not a
Yeah.
thing. Like, you will be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Italian Milan 41. They say they haven't been able to spray any pre-emergent yet. It's been too windy. Now
Oh,
listen,
I'm gonna tell. Okay,
controversial take.
let's hear
Hot
it.
take. I got a hot take for you right now. It's windy. You're trying to spray pre-emergent. When it's windy, when we're spraying pesticides and it's windy, we're concerned about drift. How windy are we talking? Are we talking about 15-mile-per-hour winds and above, or it's just gusty here and there? And I'm gonna be honest, if it's gusty here and there, I'm going for it. Because prodiamine, even if it drifts into a landscape bed or something like that, it's just the pre-emergent that's going into the soil. This is my take on it. If I got to get that done, I'm going to get it done. Maybe I got to hold the boom a little closer to the ground and you it in your own personal yard. Prodiamine is not something that is going to smoke out your landscape bed if you have some drift. I'm not encouraging you to spray in conditions that are not aligned with the label. Most labels will tell you do not spray in environments that are over 10 to 15 mile per hour wind drift, right? But prodiamine is probably one of the safe. If you just only have prodiamine in the tank, this is something to where you can manage when you're spraying it your height of your boom to make sure it's getting to because you want it in the soil anyway. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to have it super high up anyway. So if you calculate for that and just adjust for that, you can still get out there and get that prodiamine down. Me personally, that's my take. What you got, Cam?
Um, my
Please
take
disagree with
it
me.
slightly,
So the people, okay.
slightly. My thing is, I would say spray in the late evening,
Or in early
or
morning.
at, yep, like
Yep,
butt crack of
that's
dawn,
one of
like
them. Yep,
before, like, because you will notice before the sun, like right at sunrise, or right when it's like the gray sky, before the sun is actually up, like it's typically,
calmness,
even on your windiest days, it is
calm.
typically that period, it is calm. So
Yes,
set that alarm clock, get up first thing at first gray light and go out there and get it done, or spray it at nighttime if you know what you're doing, you know your lawn and you know your equipment. Like late evenings is another option of being able to spray it when the weather conditions are for wind are typically at its lower points. And then if you are still experiencing some wind, I would recommend making sure you're using a AI, air inducted nozzle, which would
mm,
give you a more
bigger
coarse
droplets.
droplet. Or you can go with like a flood tip. Like a flood tip would be another option to where you can then also spray at a higher carrier volume, have a coarser, larger droplet, which would then also reduce the amount of drift that you're getting.
I got a video for
It's
that. I'm
it's
about to drop it
it's
right
almost
here
it's
for you in the
almost
chat.
with those flood jet tips, it's basically no drift at that point,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
those droplets are so big and coarse. So that's my suggestion. That's the way that I would approach it.
yeah. I agree with Cam wholeheartedly. And there's also there are things that you can add to the tank that also helps mitigate that same drift. Just like you can add a surfactant into
Mm,
your tank.
yep.
There are different products out there that makes your droplets carry more of a density to its body to where it's not prone to drift away as well. But I also do have a video on those spraying tips. I'll drop it in here in the chat when I find it
Yep.
in a minute. I'm kind of searching and looking for it. I want to bounce back to the chat
All right.
at the moment, but
Cool.
I'm gonna drop that in there for y'all.
All right. So
Um,
I'll grab the next one. Either of you using snapshot pre-emergent in landscape beds? What you got, Turf? I know you're doing some work on a
yeah,
couple of
yeah. So
landscape
I
beds.
put Snap. I bounce back and forth between Snap and Preen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're very similar, but they're not the same. Active ingredients are a little different, and your residual is with Preen, unless you get the extended
Extended version.
version.
Yep.
If you're just getting the basic Preen, you're looking at like 2 to 3 months, depending on
Mm-hmm.
the weather. whereas with preen, you're looking at 6 to 8 months depending on the weather. I'm using
With
preen
snapshot. With snapshot.
with snapshot. I'm using snapshot on my so I typically I have two programs that I run for most of my clients. I run a standard program and a signature program. If you're in my standard program, including the landscaping beds, I'm using something like preen or of the same cost of preen because preen is much cheaper. If you're on the signature program, high visibility commercial lots, the ones who are like super particular about keeping it weed free all the time, I'm using Snapshot. What should you use as a residential person or even a pro person? I would treat it the same way. If you're pro, they get what they pay for. Simple as that. But at the same time, you can look at it kind of like, hey, they get what they pay for, but I don't want to have to keep coming back because that costs money. We see where gas is right now. So, Snapshot is definitely something that I would recommend for your high demand, high visibility, um, high status requiring type of lots that you're carrying. And the active ingredients, although I don't know them, hold on, let me just look it up real quick. Yeah, so yeah, okay, there it is. So Snapshot is going to have trif. What is that? Trifluorin. Yeah, trifluorin, 2% trifluorin, 5% exoxybin, providing a broader spectrum of weed control, lasting 6 to 8 months, compared to preen, which is 8 to 12 months, which the preen only has 1.4 trifluorin in it. And then the snapshot has 2%, and it has this isoxabin. I think that's what that is. Isoxabin. Yeah, I'm going with isoxabin. And that's probably what's giving it that extra kick for it to last way longer. So when you're trying to calculate as a homeowner or even as a commercial applicator, like your time is money, money is time, right? So how many trips are you trying to come back to that? Or as a homeowner, how often are you trying to apply to your residential landscaping beds? I would look at that. Me personally, as a homeowner, I don't care about my landscape. I'm gonna be honest. It's not something that curbs my PTSD. If you don't know me, I'm Rob from Turf Therapy. It's in the name. If it ain't bringing me no therapy, I'm really not interested in it. And landscaping is a job that just has to get done. It's nothing that I enjoy. I don't enjoy any parts about landscape. It's like I'd rather pay someone to
Yeah.
just take care of it, and then I want to cut the grass. I want to cut some beautiful, pretty grass that stays clean year round. I'm going for the snapshot
And then maintain that grass.
and then maintain it. It's so much funner. It's like it's fun, it's challenging. Landscaping is just it's not the same, right? So respect to all landscapers. I'm not going to lump you into the bag with me as far as being a turf grass manager type keeper type person. So I run snapshot on my commercial properties. If it's a homeowner that's just being really here's the thing. I'm going to use preen. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to use preen on those one-off jobs, meaning they're only hiring me to clean up their grass and get weeds out of their landscaping. And I'm going to use preen because one, you're not paying me the money to use Snapshot. And then two, from a business perspective, you're going to call me back in 3 months. But I set the expectations. It's not like I sold you something that wasn't real. I set those expectations like, hey, I'll put this pre-immersion down. It's going to keep you clean for a few months. And then it's going to make them call me back. And then when they sign up for my yearly program, my annual program, that's when I get them on something that really gets them the results they're looking for. So if you're looking from a business standpoint, you can kind of treat it like that. Um, but they're definitely two different products as far as their capabilities, for sure.
All right. Cool. Let me jump over here. That was that one. Let me see. William D. I see. Yep, you got that. You got that Elm Street Elite. Oh yeah, don't worry about.
There
Don't
you
worry
go. Oh,
about
you're
that.
good.
Don't worry about them.
Yeah,
That squirrel
you'll be
damage.
good.
Yeah, don't worry about
You'll
that.
be good. You'll be good.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I think this is a good one. This is a good one coming up. Getting into
What are your
that.
thoughts about Atticus? I think that is a generic version of Primo, right?
Yep, it's got
Um,
Trinexa pack in, and I'm actually looking right now trying to see. That's got 11%. Primo's got 11% in it too. Trinexa pack.
yeah, it's just a generic version of Primo. I
Yep.
mean, it's a really good. It's it is one of the more user friendly. Uh, Let me say this for
Uh,
warm season grass.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
For
I was like,
warm season grass, it's more of the user one of the more user friendly PGRs for warm season
yeah.
grass.
This is
If
one
you
thing
are
that I
in the
was about to talk about
cool
too.
season world, you need to stick with a
I
new
knew.
to cut your teeth. A new is going to be your guardrails to cut your teeth. I would not fiddle around with Primo Max on any cool season yard. If you read the label in its entirety, you will understand that they feel the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
and,
They're
and kick
very
it. They're
hesitant.
trying to make money. They're
Yeah,
like very hesitant
yeah,
to recommend that
yeah.
on cool season
You can
yards.
do it,
So if you're running
but
Atticus, you can do it, but be careful. Be very, very
yeah,
careful.
yeah. I would say that a new is just a new, and it has its benefits to cool season grass, right? Just from
Absolutely.
from the duration, from the ease in, ease out on cool season grass, where cool season grass is a little more finicky, susceptible than the warm season grass is, like with that regulation. Like it doesn't like
Yes.
that hard regulation and that hard release. So
Yeah.
the Anu eases in a little better. It eases out a little better, like from a rebound standpoint. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it tends to give you a longer. It gives you a longer coverage from a application rate perspective than the T-Nex or
Yes.
Primo. So
Primo or Atticus.
yeah, they've got
Whatever you want
a
to call it.
Trinexa pack, active
Right.
ingredient.
That patent is up. That patent is
Active,
up, and,
yeah,
and they out here playing in the field.
yeah,
They making it work.
yeah.
Everybody can play in the
Active,
field.
active ingredient, Trinexa pack
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Those are, I recommend it. So I was actually thinking about that. I'm glad you brought this question up, which I said it was going to be a good one, because I was also thinking about getting ready to get my first application of PGR down. Like so
Hmm.
that was another thought in my head. I was like, huh, I might get
I
through
would.
next week. I might get through next week, and then it's probably going to be time to get that first application of
So you're only gonna
uh,
get two apps down
yeah,
before the
and
summer comes.
typically
Right.
I get about two apps down,
Yeah.
and and we'll be good, because I got I did my charity mow, then I got one good mow in, so I'm on my second real mow. Like I'm just
Hmm.
now on my second. When I cut it yesterday, that was just my
Hmm.
second real mow to where I was actually taking leaf tissue off, a good amount of leaf tissue off. So I think at that point I'll get it cut one more time, and then I'll get a application of a new down. So I
Yeah,
think it's
Mr. Grow. Just my bad, man.
yeah.
My
No,
bad.
I'm done. I'm gonna get ready
Nah,
to get my app
I
down.
yeah. I saw him say, well, the piggyback on what Cam was saying. The reason why I said only two apps is because before you come into that fourth quarter, as Cam calls it, for cool season lawns, that fourth quarter
Mhm.
starts June, July. You don't want your yard to be under regulation going into a stressful time period when it comes to cool season grass. There's few different factors to that, but the main one is you got high pressure for fungus, you got drought, and now you put your grass in a condition to where it's moving really really slow. So it doesn't mean that it's moving slow as far as further vertical growth that it's bad for it. It just means if anything happens in that fourth quarter, you're going to have to look at it
Mm-hmm.
for 3 to 4 months if it's under regulation. So what's the
Because
best
also
practices,
the temperatures are going to slow the growth down, and then you've already got it under regulation,
and you already
and
got to
and on top of that, if you are using propiconazole as your fungicide applications, you're slowing it
also
down. You're
suppress it.
slowing it down even more. Like so,
Right. Because
ask
if
me
you
how
didn't
I
know, prop.
ask me how I know that.
Because if you didn't know, fun fact, prop, when it was originally being formulated, it was being formulated as a PGR until they realized it had other benefits when it came to the pre-emergent effects. So then they just kind of just relabeled it. So um, you don't want to. You want for cool season. You want it to be coming out of regulation during that stress period because it can recover quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It could recover more vigorously than it would if it was under regulation, and you don't have to look at it nearly as long. And if you're using fungicides, it's also suppressing the growth. You're just going to be looking at damage that you don't necessarily care to be looking at. But I did see him say, Mr. Grower, I appreciate the info. I may have already, he said, I may have already bought some for the turf type tall fescue. I'll go light on the application. Please, please read that
Yeah.
label 3, 4 times and go with the lowest rate, especially if it's
Yeah.
the first time you're putting PGR on it. I
Yeah.
don't know how old your lawn is. If it's a brand new lawn, if you just did that lawn this fall, I would not use PGR. I would not use that PGR.
That PGR. Yeah.
I would take that PGR, put it on the shelf for another year. It will hold. It'll be okay. Put it in the warm. Put it in the climate controlled environment. Just go ahead and bring it in the house and put it up on the top shelf somewhere in the back corner. It will hold. If you have a mature lawn that's got 2, 3 years on it, still very just be careful with that. Um, just buy you some anew. Buy some anew, man.
I knew it's just so easy. Like
It's so easy for cool season.
I've gotten so comfortable with the new right now. Like I don't think twice. So I was very hesitant with PGRs. Right, like I just hearing
Extreme.
the like just hearing all the like the warnings that we're giving you right now. Like that's what I was hearing. Like that's all the stuff that I was hearing, and I was like, my yard looks too good for me to go out there and screw it up just because I want to put some PGR on it. And I want to like you're doing too much, Cam. Like
Too
so
much.
I wanted something that was gonna be a safer, more user friendly, less impact on the lawn, and Anu was that. Like Anu, like I have. If you can make a liquid application to your lawn correctly and properly, you can spray Anu and be just fine.
Just fine.
You can be just fine. Anu is a very homeowner user friendly PGR to be able to get down.
100%. Italian
Um,
Milan. He said he was going out with Speed Zone. Oh yeah, no, don't fool around
yeah,
with that. If you're mixing Speed Zone with your prodiamine, which
yeah,
is compatible, you don't want Speed Zone drifting anywhere.
yeah,
That doesn't belong.
yeah,
Yeah, so you got 10 mile per hour plus gusts. Yeah, just go ahead
yeah,
and just
yeah.
just 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 or just create a
Separate.
buffer where like you're a good 4 feet away from anything that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just
That's
separate those apps and get your pre-emergent down.
yeah, just separate them. Yeah,
Separate
just
them
get the
apps.
pre down,
Get
bro.
your pre-emergent down.
Because if the pre drifts, it's not going to hurt anything. Well, it's not going to hurt most things. Let's say because
Yeah,
I don't want you to come after me. Yeah, oh, you told me it was going to hurt something.
yeah,
My lilies ain't come up. I'm like, all right, man, you got it, you got it, you got
yeah.
it, you got it.
And yeah, you're using that AI tip. You're using that same AI tip that I use. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, let me find that video for y'all. Let me find
yeah.
that
That
let me
that
find that video
that
for y'all
AI
real
tip
quick.
is pretty good. Yeah, you'll be fine. Just I
Tips.
would say just separate the apps. Just separate those two apps,
There it is,
and
right there.
you'll be all
Wow.
right. Get it done.
I'm gonna drop that here for y'all right now. This is a pretty good video. I need to redo this. I need to redo a lot of videos to be honest. I got 3 kids, y'all, and a wife. so and I'm starting a business and I'm retiring. Yeah, I got 2 more checks left from the United States government,
Uncle
and I'm
Sam
be
ain't
out
gonna
here
give you
on my
but two
own.
more checks.
Just 2 more checks. I only got 2 more checks, bro.
Mm.
so, yeah,
Uncle
just bear
Sam
with me.
cutting
I
you.
got
Uncle Sam cutting you off.
yeah, he cut me off. So yeah. Oh, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can clear that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why can't show? There we go. Yeah, they flagged you, Chuck. They flagged you. I went in and cleared you. They flagged. I don't know why they flagged you, man. It might have been the FAFO. Yeah, but they flagged
Yeah.
you. We got you in there though.
All right.
What else we got?
Spot station PGR. Yeah. No, I think we're caught up on questions. At this point,
Mm-hmm.
we're
Let's
good
show them
on.
a little something what's going on in your yard, man, before we get up out of here. Let's show the
Oh yeah.
people
Let
what
me
they can expect when they have a healthy turf and they are following the fundamentals. You know
the
what I mean?
fundamentals. That's
Data
it.
driven decisions, results you can see. We're not selling you unicorn pee in a bottle. Um, Although, you know what I mean, we would like to be able to do that, but our
Yeah.
morals, the type of people we are, we just can't do it. You know what I mean?
Just won't let
We
us.
just can't. Yeah, we just can't do
It
it.
just
Make sure you
won't
get that
let us.
VA disc turf. Yeah, man, I should be. I'm going to claim it. There's no. There's a lot of people in and around me over my 20 years in service that I have seen walked away with 100% permanent and total, and some of these cats never even deployed. So, um, I haven't really spoke about it a lot, but I've been blown up a few times. I'm a Purple Heart recipient. I have bled for my country. I put that work in for the country. I'm not going in there claiming random things like you got guys and gals out there, they claim, sexual dysfunctions and stuff like that. They do the most to try to get these ratings. And that's just not in my character. I didn't do anything extra to try to get the rating that I deserve. But I look at these people that have done the most to really take advantage of you, taxpayers. I don't agree with it, but I feel like I'm going to get what I deserve, which should be 100% permanent total. I am
Mm-hmm.
due for a double hip replacement, bilateral hip replacement. Is going to have to happen. I can't do anything about it. It's just it's coming. So for me, I feel like I'm going to get the rating I deserve. Um, and whatever that is, if I don't feel like it's fair, I'll fight for what I feel like is fair. But I'm not of the Celt where I'm just going to just start like making up things. I can't do it. So hopefully I just get what I feel like I deserve, and that be it. And it is what it is. We don't really have to harp too much time on that. So yeah, I'm gonna get my VA disability, and then just hope that my country does right by me, the system does right by me, and then just go from there. So that's what I'll say on that. If I offended you, that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah. Hey, you did you gave yours. You gave yours.
Yeah,
You
I gave
did
mine.
you gave yours. You did. You held your responsibility. And you held what you said you were gonna go do. And now it's just time. Now
Yeah,
now it's
my job
now
was
now
volunteer.
now it's just time. It's
Yeah,
time.
my job was volunteer. I could have pulled my statement at any moment. So, they can't make you go walk down on the bomb and disarm it. Completely volunteer. So I did it to its full extent. Did it multitudes of times. All the paperwork to show, and just I hope that I'm compensated for the sacrifices I've made. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'll know in June, July. I'll let y'all
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
But back to your yard, back to grass.
before we get ready to jump up out of here, let's go ahead
Yeah.
and I go ahead and show them what we looking like. So this is third cut. So third cut, as you can see, we still got these there, which this is a low spot right here, so it's not getting cut enough.
Okay, to
but
get the brown out.
yeah, to get
Yeah.
the brown out of it. So it's a little low spot right here. So as it grows up, and it's another low spot right there. But yeah, overall, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Still got a little bit of brown that's in it that's still trying to grow out
Looks
of it.
good. Looks
But
good.
overall, man, which is why, like, with this kind of growth, I'm like, yeah, it's about time to get some PGR out there on it. It's growing good enough, and I don't want it to start growing real crazy. Like,
I think
this,
giving it another 10 days is perfect.
yeah,
Like all that's gonna be fully greened up.
greened up.
Cam,
Yeah.
shout out to Cam for making red mulch hot again. It's like red mulch got its groove back because of Cam. Like there's very few times where I can see red mulch working, and it just works for what Cam got going on, man.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Them edges sharp.
Yeah.
And pay attention. Look at what he did. I'm going to point this out. I'm going to toot your own horn for you. Cam has done his landscaping in a way to where it makes mowing pleasant. Like his wide turns and angles that he has, he's pushed the grass into areas to where it wants to grow, wherever it doesn't grow. He just extends the landscaping beds. He's not even edging up against
the fence.
His brand new, very expensive fence. It's just there's so much thought when you look at this, and I'm looking at it from like, to me, when I'm quoting a job now, I'm like, yo, how much edging of a fence do I have to do? When I see a property like this, I'm immediately decreasing my cost by 10% because there's not a lot of difficult. The hardest thing I'm going to have to do is make sure I keep grass out of his landscape beds.
Yeah,
not having to trim up against a whole bunch of wood and making sure I'm not damaging the property's fence line. And this is the attention to detail that, if Cam wasn't able to cut his grass, and I can tell that he cares about it because he's got to get a bilateral hip replacement like me, I'm going to care for this lawn as I see this person has put that much intention into it. So just shout out to you for that. I'm gonna give you your flowers on that, man. It looks great.
Appreciate it.
It looks good. It looks good, man.
It is thought. It is thought behind it, and I can see it. I can see it in other like people's lawns. Like when I'm looking at it and they're posting pictures, and I'm like, dang, when they're cutting the edges and stuff, I was like, you gonna hate mowing that. Like, I was like, oh boy. It's like, you gonna have to bring out a trimmer every time to get that one corner that you've got right there. So yeah, man, I appreciate it.
I got
but
I got it. For the person who
Yeah.
wants to know how he gets his edges that crispy, I'm dropping a link. We got videos for that, man. We got the
Oh yeah,
videos.
yeah,
Dropping a link. There you go. I just dropped his link for his yard where he shows you how he gets some joints that
yeah,
crispy. There
yeah.
you go.
But
Yeah,
yeah, this is where we at. All good. Like
that looks good.
that's where we at.
I'll have some pictures next week. I got the
We're
pictures right now. Like y'all. I mean, shoot. When I cut one of my yards today. It was a light scalp, wasn't a full scalp, just because it's just getting too cold at night. And I'm glad I've held off on scalping this yard. Um, but because even
that's
though it's
one of
in
the
full
reasons
sun
I've
all
been
day,
holding. That's one of the reasons I've been holding off on my iron cutter too, like on my Bermuda,
right,
because the temperatures. Like I said, we at 55-degree soil temps right now. Like
yeah, it's just not it.
it's
The, yeah,
it's not. I'm
the
gonna leave
warm
that
season
insulation.
grass,
I'm gonna leave that insulation there for it for as long as I can right now, till it
right,
stabilizes.
right, right. Warm season grass, man, they don't really get on and popping until 65, 70 degrees soil temps. And that means your
Yeah.
nights aren't getting lower than 55 to 60 degrees in
Mm-hmm.
order to maintain them temps. And for the past 2 to 3 weeks, we have consistently been below 50 degrees at night, which is
Yeah.
just slowing things up so much. And I say that we're at least 2 3 weeks behind from last year because this time last year I already had sprigs out. I had sprigs out April, May. So yeah, we're behind, but I'm okay with being behind because I was behind myself on my accounts. I had to go get a new truck. I had to
Yeah.
move a lot of stuff around. So I am just now about to be like fully 100% caught up to where I can start taking these one-off jobs from people that just want, one and done type things like, oh, just come and clean up these weeds. I've been putting those jobs off for my annual program
Mm-hmm.
people, the people that have
Yeah,
signed up for the whole
you
year.
gotta get them sign ups. You gotta get them
Yeah, I got
people
to get
that's
them
on the pro.
signups.
Them
Yeah,
program people
that's
gotta
part of
come
the
first.
program.
Yeah.
You got priority scheduling and
Yeah.
monitoring.
Yeah.
So I have to stay true to that, and all these other little one-off things. I'm gonna get to you, and I'm glad the weather has stayed the way it is because I'm not behind really when it comes to pre-emergence for them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
perfect. This season has gone the way it needs to go as far as especially for my ability to grow and be able to fulfill those demands. So yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
It was it's Thursday. We in April. Before you know, it's gonna be December.
Yeah.
Um, it's gonna fly by.
I'm gonna be
I'm
buying Christmas
officially
gift
a
for two
hundred
kids.
percent. Oh, two.
Mm-hmm.
A little slippy slip. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Nah,
coming, y'all. It's
I
coming.
think we already talked about.
Enjoy these moments while things are kind of moving a little slow. Um, because when it speeds up, you're gonna
Yeah.
be begging for it to slow down.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I've been said that. Like I've been said like I enjoy my off season and when time is slow, because I did a ride around at some of my client lawns last weekend with my pops, and I was looking at them. I was like, oh, it's about time. It's about time. It's about time to give them that first bit of fertilizer and get them going, especially seeing where the temps and stuff are gonna go. I've been holding out because we haven't had any rain like in sight to be able to get it watered in. So
yeah.
I've been holding off on that for a little bit, but as soon as I see the next rain coming, it's time to get some fert on them. One of my clients across the street, she just got her first cut yesterday.
Smoking, smoking, cooking.
Boy, boy, it look good.
Look good. It look
Boy, it
good.
look good,
Good.
boy. It look good, boy. That just
That's what
look.
we gotta do. We gotta start. We gotta start bringing pictures from our clients And then even if Polo's not able to be here because he's raising America's future president right now, I'm telling y'all,
Yeah.
she's gonna be a monster. Um, she doesn't. Well, she does know how to lose, but she just doesn't
She
lose.
just
Like
wins.
she just wins, wins,
She
wins.
just wins.
But I do want to drop this in there because shout out to Chuck for joining Cam's community channel, and I thought it was interesting because it said "Welcome to the We Working community." Even though, to be clear, Cam birthed "We Working." That little term that we all say, it was his birth. I want to float an idea to everyone watching live now and anyone watching on the preview or on the replay. How would you guys like it if we set up a Discord, a We Working Discord, and if you're a member to any of our channels, you get access to the We Working Discord
Mm-hmm.
because we don't really have a hub
For
to have
everything.
for everything, right? And we're all so busy in our lives. We're just we're trying to be husbands, experts in our fields when it comes to work, entrepreneurs, all of that, and we don't have the bandwidth to start a whole nother YouTube channel and try to drum that up. But I think what we can do is use Discord as an anchor and to give you something extra and give you access to us. That's a community to where, hey, if you're subscribed, because I've had very little reason to start a subscription because I felt like it would demand more of my time that I don't have, right? But just let us know what y'all think about that. Like, would y'all like a Discord type community where you can interact with us, and maybe even when we're doing this lives, we can pull you up on the stage and have you ask us questions live? Is that something that you're interested in? Is that something that you desire, you want? Let's just have, a little bit more one on one. Just, drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat. Let us know. Give us that feedback. It is another step that we have to take to do, but I think if we can have it all in one place and there's three different people managing it, we would excel at that for sure. And I just said that without even bringing up the Cam, but the seeing how he didn't cut me off, I think he agreed.
Yeah.
He would have shut that down. He was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. So we don't agree on everything,
Yeah.
but he would have
Yeah.
shut that down. But I think
Yeah.
that's something that we can do. So just
Yeah.
kind of let us know what y'all thinking about. And
And
thank you, Chuck, for
and
supporting Cam.
yeah, definitely appreciate it. And I would one of the things that we did talk about was potentially like starting to bring people up, and that's another
Mm-hmm.
reason I think that Discord may help make that a little easier for us to do that. But what are y'all thoughts? Let us know your thoughts on like being able to bring people up and be able to have, hey, you can ask your questions live. We can
Mm-hmm.
have people on for a little bit, walk us through your scenario of what you're dealing with, walk us through it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we kind of spitball and kind of like, hey, this is what my approach would be for your given situation, or this is what I would do based on, and then you'll have multiple approaches because we agree on a lot, but just like Turf said, we don't agree. We don't agree
We don't agree on it. Be
on
little
everything.
tweaks. Yeah. Be little tweaks. Them tweaks
Yeah,
matter though. They
yeah,
matter. They
yeah,
matter. They
yeah,
matter for
yeah.
sure.
So if you're watching this in a replay, or if you're in here and you're not able to drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments of this live to let us know how you all like. What's your opinion on those? Because as we're doing these, we have no problem just kicking back. But we would like to be able to interact with you all a little more and be able to provide a little more value, which is what our goal is to provide a little more value to you. And we think those are two methods that would definitely be beneficial and value added to you all if you feel that way.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it,
All
bro.
right. Yeah.
We got another
I'm
one there. Yeah.
I'm good. Another
Yeah.
one down, and we will catch y'all back here next week. And Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, and
Mm.
we'll get it done again. All right, y'all.
Mm-hmm.